Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, May 4th, 2020. Today, I'm not going to be in the screen, so you're just going to see the stuff that's on my computer screen. I hope that you had a great Monday. I loved getting to see some of you guys for our Monday meeting, and I hope to see even more of you guys at Thursday Show and Tell. This week's Show and Tell is going to be an art show and tell, so I'd like you to bring a photo or a drawing or a painting or something you've built, but some type of art thing so you can show us. So today you're just going to need your notebook and a pencil. So today for phonics this week, we're studying the U-E-E-W U-I, and that's going to make the long U sound. It's a vowel team. So here we go. Ready? G, B, ink, N, Z, Ch, T, Oi, Aw, St, Eng, Oi, Aw, Gur, Thur, Bull, Uk, O, M, E. Okay, ready? Tw, Udge, Twudge, not a word. Tw, Utch, Twutch, not a word. Tw, Etch, Twetch, not a word. Tw, Es, Twess, not a word. Tw, Est, Twest, not a word. Tw, Ist, Twist is a word. Tw, East, Twist, not a word. Oh, there it goes. Tw, Oost, Toost, not a word. This can also say the sound, so let's try it with that one. Tw, Ust, Twust, not a word. Tw, Ool, Tool, Tool, not a word. Tw, Tw, not a word. Tw, Oofed, Toofed, not a word. Tw, Oofed, Twoofed, not a word. Tw, Aft, Twaft, not a word. Smaft, Smaft, not a word. Smack, Smack, it is a word. It's another word for, it's a synonym for hitting somebody. Oh, I see that ED, so I know that this is going to be a two-syllable word. Smack, smacked, smacked. It means I did it in the past. Smaff, smaffed, smaffed. Not a word. Shaft, shafted, shafted. Not a word. Okay. Nice job, you guys. So today for our words, we're going to be looking at that UE, that vowel team. And so I'm going to underline that vowel team because that's the vowel team that we're going to put together for this. Okay, so first thing we got to do is find our vowels, and look what I see right away. I see a bossy R. We're going to keep that bossy R together. Okay, and then do you see another vowel? Yep, I see one too. There's that vowel team. That UE is going to make the U sound. We're going to put our consonant. We have one consonant. Typically, we divide it after the first vowel. So let's go ahead and tap this out. Ready? R, G, U, Gu. Argue. Argue. Is that a word? It sure is. It means when you get into a fight or a disagreement. Okay, ready? Let's find our vowels. See one vowel? I see another vowel team over here. And then I have to look for my consonant. Oh, I see two consonants together. And it's a double consonant, so we're going to divide that in half. So this is going to make this I what? Long or short? It's going to be short. It's going to be a closed syllable. And this is a long syllable because it makes the U team. It's a vowel team. So ready? Let's go ahead and say this. Ish, tis, su. Tissue. Ooh. Now this is going to be one of those words I got to try to figure out if I know a word that's close. So I have tis, su, tissue, tissue. Ooh, that would work. So what do you think this word would be? It's going to be a red word, that tissue. I hear SH, but I picked this word today, guys, because sometimes you have to think about the word that is the closest that you know after you follow all those rules. Okay, so this is a tissue. It's another word for a Kleenex. Okay, let's find our vowels. I see an O, I see an I, and I see that vowel team. Keep that vowel team together. Okay, so now this looks to me like it's going to be more than 2 syllables. What about you? We've been practicing this so much, guys, during our break, because this is going to be the number one easiest way for you to continue developing as a reader is if you can break apart these words on your own for 2nd grade. You guys will be such experts. Okay, so you guys tell me, where do I have to break it up? I break it in between the 2 consonants. And then what do? So this is going to be a vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel. And then, well, let's do this first one. Let's see. Ready? So this is going to be closed because it's sandwiched in between. And then what do you see? I see a CVC again. So that means that this one is closed in. And if that's a closed syllable, then I got to put that other syllable right there. Okay, so let's tap this out. Ready? K, on, k, on, con, t, in, tin, you. Continue. Continue. Okay, guys, I picked this word again. What is a word that's really close to that? This is a really big 3-syllable word that you would have to figure out. Continue is really close to continue. Why is this O make the sound? What special vowel is it? It's a schwa. It's a schwa sound. It's going to make the sound. Continue. Remember how we had those last week for away and all those other words for our word wall? So continue. Some of those vowels are tricky sometimes. You got to think about what other vowels would make sense. Vowel sounds. Okay, so this week you have your word wall words. We have off, open, laugh. That GH makes the F sound and the U is silent. Because and sentence. Okay, and today we're going to be reading a story called In Spring. The author's name is Angela Johnson, and she used to be a gardener. Now she likes to walk through other people's gardens and think about her writing. So we have a couple vocabulary words today: fawns, worms, and squirrels. And for the genre of our book, this is going to be a persuasive text. That means the author, Angela Johnson, is trying to persuade me to think something. She's trying to get me to change my opinion to something that she believes. So persuasive text is when you're trying to persuade someone or change their mind to believe what you believe. So this is called In Spring. Why is spring the best season? There are so many reasons. Just ask me. So I can already tell, what is she trying to persuade me? She's trying to persuade me that spring is the best season. In spring, days get warmer. You can feel breezes blow, hints of hotter days. You can feel the sun's warmth on your neck. Can you guys try to read along with me today? We only have a couple weeks left of first grade, and I bet you guys could do a good job pausing this and reading the story with me. In spring, days get longer. You can run outside after dinner without a coat. You can watch squirrels dart around. In spring, plants start to growing again. You can walk in the woods and spy flowers hiding behind trees. In spring, you can see worms coil up from underneath the wet ground. You can wear boots and splash through puddles. In spring, animals have babies. You can see tadpoles swimming beneath the pond's melting ice. You can see fawns struggling to walk on their young legs. Ooh, a fawn is a baby deer. Spring is the best season. It links the cold of the winter with the heat of the summer. It waves goodbye to one season and welcomes another. There are so many reasons to like spring. Don't you think so too? So she was trying to convince me to do what? She was trying to convince me that spring was the best season, and she needed to give me a lot of different reasons. Do you think she convinced you that spring is a good season? She did convince me of a lot of things. So, on Friday, I made a mistake and I forgot to do this part of our procedural text, and we were supposed to come up with a list of things that we know how to do. And so these would be the things like you could build or jobs that you know how to do. So today I want you to come up with a list with me. Now I know you can't see me when I'm typing my list, and I can't see you, but I can see the comments that you guys post and have pictures that you guys put on your onto your Google Classroom all the time, and that makes me feel very proud when you guys do that. So I need to know things that we know how to do. So I think one of the things that we know how to do is I know how to make eggs. I know how to make eggs. And that would be a do. That would be an action. Make is my action word. What else can you do? I know how to build a snowman. I'm really good at that. I know how to teach a classroom. That may not be something that you know how to do yet. I didn't make this one. I know how to teach. I know how to grow tomatoes. So would you guys agree that these are all doing words, action words? So I know how to make, build. Those are all words for like that do. Those are something I have to physically get my hands on to do. So you can see this picture. This girl's painting. This boy is washing his dog. This girl looks like she's planting some flowers. This boy's building a snowman. So I'd like you to come up with at least 10 things that you know how to do or build or make. Okay? Okay, so today we're starting a new math unit. I was really hoping you guys would have your math books by this point so it would be a little bit easier, but it doesn't sound like we're going to get them very soon before the end of the year. And this is something really important for you guys for second grade. So I want to make sure that we get to spend at least a full week, if not a week and a half on it. I know fractions, you guys just had a brief introduction, but I know you guys will get some more practice in second grade for the fractions. This one is subtracting tens. And so we're just going to watch our Envision lesson today. And then when we get together next time, we'll show some more examples of it.
You know how to subtract ones. How can you use cubes to show 5 minus 1? Put 5 cubes on the mat. Then take 1 cube off of the mat. What do you get when you subtract 5 minus 1?
That's a pretty easy one, guys. How much is that? That's 4.
5 minus 1 equals 4. So you can subtract 1 10 from groups of 10. How does knowing 5 minus 1 help you subtract 5 tens minus 1 10?
How does that help you guys? Well, just like when we were adding our tens, we are going to, we have 5 groups of tens minus 1 group of 10. And that's why that's going to help me, because now I can count my answer by tens.
You subtract the same number of tens as you subtracted ones. 5 tens minus 1 10 is like subtracting 5 minus 1. Since 5 minus 1 equals 4, you know 5 tens minus 1 10 equals 4 tens. 5 tens is 50. 1 10 is 10. How is 50 minus 10 like 5 minus 1?
How is that the same thing, guys? Well, 50 minus 10 is the same as 5 groups of 10 minus 1 group of 10. Thinking about them as base 10 pieces, and then as the actual number itself.
50 is 5 tens and 5 is 5 ones. 10 is 1 10 and 1 is 1 1. Both have a 5 and a 1. 5 tens minus 1 10 equals 4 tens. What is the difference of 50 minus 10? Select your answer.
Which one should I pick? Well, I have 4 groups of 10, but 4 groups of 10 is 10, 20, 30, 40.
Each tens rod is worth 10 ones, so 4 tens is 40. So 50 minus 10 equals 40. So how can you use 5 minus 1 equals 4 to find the difference of 50 minus 10?
"50 minus 10 equals 40. 5 tens minus 1 10 equals 4 tens.
You can think of 50 as 5 tens and of 10 as 1 10 to get 4 tens, which is 40. Now you know how to use models to subtract tens.
You are good at math.
Okay, so that should have been pretty simple for you guys. We have no extra new schoolwork tomorrow because tomorrow's Wednesday. It's a catch-up day, and so you just have a very short video for me, just telling you guys some just information. So on Thursday we will actually be subtracting tens. 10 more touch the floor. Remember, those are our numbers get bigger. 10 less is great. We go up on our 100 chart. So we'll be doing that. The last thing I want to do today is just a really little video about patterns in the sky. And this is from a science one called Generation Genius. It has some just neat little examples of it. So we're going to watch this one together.
We can tell what will come next.
That's right. Now, Addison, what was it you said back at the lab about the sun?
I said the sun is up just like it is every morning.
That sounds like a pattern. Let's learn more about them using more of our imagination.
Whoa!
Let's observe this pattern.
Every day the sun rises in one spot and starts moving across the sky from east to west. The sun is highest in the middle of the day. That's lunchtime for me. Yum! The sun gets lower in the afternoon. Then it sets in the west at night. That's when we go to sleep.
I think you're right, EJ.
And the next day, the sun comes back up again in the morning. The sun moves across the sky in a pattern. Yesterday, the sun moved from east to west. And today, it came up again, just like before. So, can we predict that it will follow the same path as yesterday?
We can. Because it's a pattern, we can make predictions from what we observe.
I predict that the sun will set. I predict that it will rise again in the morning.
It's like knowing the future! Here in our imaginations, the pattern of the sun moving across the sky happens fast. But in real life, it takes a full day. Observing patterns helps us know what's going to happen next.
Are there other patterns we can see in the sky at night?
Well, sure. After the sun goes down, it gets dark. And we can see that just like the sun, the moon moves across the sky in a pattern.
The moon comes up in one place and moves across the sky. And then it sets in another place.
It does it again every night.
So, just like with the sun, we can predict how it will move each time. So, if it rises in the east and sets in the west, then the next day it will follow the same pattern.
That's right. The sun and the moon both follow the same pattern.
It looks like the stars do too, but only at night.
Well, stars are always out there. There's enough stars to fill the whole sky.
They're always up there. So, why can't we see them in the daytime?
We can't see most stars in the daytime because the sun is just too bright. It lights up everything around us and makes it hard to see the stars.
But different stars are still out there, even during the day.
Yep, we can see a whole bunch of stars with our eyes at night.
And a telescope can magnify things that are far away so we can see them.
Let's see how stars look through our telescope.
Whoa! There are so many!
And in our imaginations, our telescope can magnify things even more than a real one. And what do you think we would see if we watched these stars all night?
They move across the sky in a pattern too.
You got it! Stars move across the sky really slowly. You may not have noticed before.
So the sun, the moon, and the stars are all things we can observe moving across the sky. They move in the same way every day. And from these patterns, we can predict how they'll move tomorrow.
We sure can. Now it's time to do it yourself.
Okay, guys, and that is exactly what you guys did when you did all of your sun and moon observations last week. So what you need to do with the video or now is you should play your word wall dice game. Sentence and because are pretty big words this week, so you're going to make sure to really practice those. Make a list of things you can do. Remember, do is our action word, so you can substitute that word do for like make things you can make. Do would be things you can build, things that you can physically do with your hands. Okay, and that's all you had to do with me. Rest of your day, you should do 15 minutes of Lexia or Splash Learn. listen to or read Ms. Howell. Oh, that doesn't make any sense, does it? I did not assign you guys any books this week because of our drop off of our cookies. And so I do not have any reading groups this week. So you can just read a book on Epic or just one of your books to a family member. Listen to our mystery reader today, and then check out the specialty page for music. Mrs. Tomlinson has put on some new music stuff, and then fill out the Google form for Tuesday. You guys may want to start your art thing that you'd like to show us on Thursday for your show and tell. That would be helpful too. So hope you guys have a great Tuesday. I will see you soon. Bye, guys.